house can be expensive to build and still visually look cheap from the outside. The owner may have paid for stone cladding, wood look panels, decorative lights, large windows, roof accents, and a detailed gate, but each feature may look attractive on its own. Once everything is placed on the same facade, the house starts to feel busy and disconnected. Hi, I'm Architect Pia. In this video, I'll show you 5 exterior design mistakes that make a house look cheaper than what it really is. Keep watching because a final mistake may only become obvious after several months of rain, dust, and regular maintenance. Imagine a homeowner collecting ideas from Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. They like the stone wall from the first house, the wood look ceiling from the second house, the vertical fins from the third, and the dark modern gate from the fourth. Every choice looks good in the original reference. Once combined, the finishes compete for attention. The decorative features come from different styles. Window positions do not support the exterior composition. The roof facade and the gate feel like separate projects. The owner spends more while the finished exterior feels less resolved. Let's look where this usually happens. Mistake 1. Too many materials and colors. The first mistake is using too many exterior materials and colors without a clear hierarchy. Every material creates a visual message. When several finishes compete for attention, the facade can feel fragmented. Picture a homeowner selecting finishes during several separate shopping trips. They choose the gray stone cladding first. A warm wood-looking cladding is added after. The gate becomes a matte black. Beige tiles are used around the entrance, and the balcony receives a different textured finish. Each purchase felt reasonable at the time, but once installed, the house looks divided into several small sections that no area clearly leads the composition. A material palette usually needs a main finish that visually connects the house. Supporting materials can define the entrance, emphasize a volume, or provide contrast in a limited area. Color undertones also matter. Two materials may be both described as gray while carrying very different warm or cool tones. So make sure to view the samples beside each other and under a natural light. Include the roof, window frames, gate, exterior walls, and permanent fixtures within the same review. Before approving the finishes, identify the main material, the supporting finish, and the limited areas that need an accent. Mistake 2. The exterior proportions feel unbalanced. The second mistake involves proportion. Windows, roof lines, balconies, canopies, and wall section need to feel visually related to the size of the house. Imagine a compact 2-story house with very thick columns at the entrance. The columns occupy much of the front facade. The nearby windows are narrow, and the canopy is shallow. From the street, the entrance feels heavy, while the remaining elements appear underscaled. The owner may have selected the large columns to create impact. The size dominates the entire composition. A similar problem happens when a large blank wall contains a very small window, or when a thick roof edge sits above a delicate entrance. Several equally strong features can also compete for attention. The entrance, balcony, roof, and gate may all be designed as focal points. So the viewer no longer knows where to look first. Kasi nakaka-confuse sa dami ng focal point. Review the exterior from a distance. Check which element attracts attention first. Compare its size with the rest of the facade. Study the relationship between the windows, solid walls, roof, columns, and entrance. A balanced composition gives important features enough presence without allowing them to overpower the house. Mistake 3. Windows and doors are placed without checking the facade. Windows and doors need to work from inside the rooms and from the exterior. When openings are placed only according to the interior layout, the facade may end up with scattered sizes, uneven spacing, and awkward alignments. Picture a front elevation with two bedroom windows, a stair window, and a small toilet window. Each opening works inside its room. From the street, their heights and sizes appear random. The stair window sits close to the roof edge, while the toilet window interrupts the main wall feature. Correcting the composition becomes difficult after the walls and structural openings are built. Rooms naturally require different window types. Bedrooms need privacy, daylight, and ventilation. Stairs may need a taller opening. Toilets often use smaller windows. Kitchens and service areas also have their own requirements. Those differences can still be coordinated on the exterior. Window heads, edges, proportions, frame colors, and spacing may align where practical. Air conditioning units, drain lines, vents, and service openings should also be considered. They become part of the facade once installed. Review the floor plan and exterior elevation together. Check the openings from the inside of the rooms and from the street-facing view before construction fixes their position. Mistake 4. Decorative features have no clear purpose. The fourth mistake is adding decorative features without checking how they support the architecture. Grooves, fins, ledges, arches, false columns, screens, and wall projections can quickly accumulate. Imagine a homeowner looking at the front wall and deciding that it feels empty. Vertical fins are added near the entrance. Grooves are placed across the second floor. A false balcony appears below the bedroom window, followed by a decorative pergola above the garage. The facade now has more features, so the entrance becomes harder to identify because every section is trying to attract attention. An empty wall does not always need an added feature. The issue may come from weak proportions, an unclear material transition, or a window that feels too small for the wall. Decorative elements work best when they connect to the overall design. Screens may provide shade or privacy. A screen can hide a service area. A ledge may support a material transition or protect an opening when properly detailed. Repeated lines should relate to windows, doors, roof edges, or structural divisions. Before approving a decorative feature, ask what it contributes to the exterior. Check whether it improves shade, privacy, proportion, material coordination, or the visual emphasis of an important area. Mistake 5. Weathering and maintenance are ignored. The fifth mistake appears when exterior materials and details are selected without considering rain, dust, sunlight, drainage, and maintenance. A facade can look clean in the rendering and develop visible streaks, stains, fading, or damaged finishes after regular exposure. Picture a white exterior wall below a balcony edge. Rainwater repeatedly travels across the same area. Dust sticks to the damp surface, creating a dark vertical streak. The wall is repainted, then the stain returns because the water path remains unchanged. Horizontal ledges can also collect dust and water. Poorly managed roof or balcony drainage may direct runoff onto the finished walls. Light-colored surfaces near the ground show splash marks easily. Deep textures can collect dirt and become difficult to clean. Sealants, coatings, and exterior finishes also need inspection and maintenance. Air conditioning drain lines also deserve attention because poorly positioned discharge can create staining or constantly wet areas. Before finalizing the facade, review how the rainwater leaves the roof, the balcony, the ledges, the windows, and the service lines. Ask how each finish will age, how often it may need cleaning, and whether the surface can be reached safely for maintenance. The appearance of the house after several rainy seasons deserves as much attention as the turnover day photograph. Let's return to the homeowner who collected ideas from several reference houses. The material palette is reduced, exterior elements are resized to suit the house, windows are coordinated with the elevation, decorative features remain only where they support shade, privacy, or visual emphasis. Water paths and maintenance are reviewed before the details are finalized. The exterior becomes visually stronger after several features are removed. Before approving your house facade, place all material samples and reference images beside each other. Identify the material that visually connects the entire house. Review the entrance, the window, the roof, the gate, and solid wall areas as a complete composition. Check which decorative features have a clear purpose. Then study where rainwater, dust, air conditioning lines, and regular maintenance may affect the exterior. These checks can help you spend more intentionally and avoid adding details that make the house feel busier. Leave a comment with the exterior decision you find the hardest. Colors, materials, windows, roof design, or the front elevation. Don't forget to like and subscribe for practical guidance before building. See you in my next video.
Before you spend millions, find out if you're really ready. Take the build cost readiness check for free.